How many grams of flour has Emily used? Okay, so let's write that down. Here's what it says, nice and easy. It says, how many grams of flour has Emily used? So if I'm thinking about that just intuitively, in English, just trying to think about the story, I'm looking for this. Emily used this many grams of flour. That's it. I'm just trying to finish the story. That's the end of the story. Okay, Emily used this many grams of flour. Cool. Sounds good. So what am I going to do to get there? Just go with the information. What information is available to me that is related, if at all, to what I'm trying to figure out? So here we go. Let's go ahead and highlight here. It says, Emily is baking a cake that needs 5,300 grams of flour. Okay. So the cake needs, or calls for, and so making it this far in this video, I'm going to go ahead and say it's safe to assume that you like the way I teach. And that's the truth for a lot of folks here. So if you want to learn more about my program, where you can get all of my practice questions, including 15,000 that'll help you succeed with step-by-step solutions, a lot of them having video solutions, then go ahead and reach out to me. My phone number is 567-698-8867. Go ahead and reach out to me. That way you're not stuck in the same loop that so many people are stuck in with retaking the ASVAB over and over again when the solution to getting a higher score is right here in front of your face. Again, go ahead and text me, ask me about my full program, or click the link in the description to learn more about it. But at the end of the day, sign up, get the score you want, and that job you deserve. Okay, so really quick, everybody, is that the answer? Just plainly asking you, is 5,300 the answer? No. Okay, so go ahead in your own words. What does the 5,300 grams or 5,300, what does that represent? What are you writing down? Or what are you saying in your head? You're saying total in your head? That would perfectly make sense. That is the grand total that you need. Natasha taking it a step further. That's what I was waiting for. Saying that that's the original. Yeah. In this case, if we're talking about, hey, we're looking for how much flour we used, and they give us information on how much you need for the entirety, well then in this case, yeah, that's the original amount. That 5,300 grams of flour, that is the original. That is 100%. That is all the flour you need. So with that, cool. We can definitely say that there. When we write the information down, we can say, hey, this is our original number. That is our original for sure. Now next, when we read into the next sentence, it says, hey, she's already added 60% of the required flour. Again, the required flour is 5,300. So Emily's are already added 60% of that. Everyone, what's another word that we should probably definitely highlight here? When we say she has already added, what's another word that means the same thing, starts with a U? Yeah, the amount that we used. Yes, exactly. So for those of us that may not totally see it, here it is, watch. We're looking for how much or how many grams of flour Emily used. When it says she has already added 60%, that means that she already used 60%. And that 60% that she already used is going to translate to the number of grams of flour that she already used. Yes or no, is that making a little more sense, my party people? This right here is directly related to the 60%. So that's really it, guys. Like, that's the big key to percent word problems, at least the percent basics. You know, when you get into taxes and discounts, we've got tons of recordings on those. But when it gets to taxes and discounts, you're still following that same exact idea. You're just dealing with situations where you might have more than 100%. That's all tax is, you know, adding more than what's on top of it. So it's really a very sincere idea if you take the time to learn how this formula at its core works. So here we go. Yep, if you're looking for how much more, you would absolutely subtract from 100 because the difference is what you would need. So here, we would just say, hey, the percent of the original equals the result. And since the percent that we're plugging in is 60%, that represents how much Emily has used. So here, this would represent the grams of flour used. So, what's the original amount again, everybody? Remind me, we're doing 60% times what number again? 60% times 5,300, that's correct. Thank you. And so that would turn into 0.60 times 5,300. And that's our answer. Let's go ahead and get it done. Again, you can write it down as 0.60, but the easier way to write it down when you're actually multiplying is using 0.6. If you use 0.60, you're just giving yourself another line to write on, and it's not going to affect anything at all. So just give yourself a little less work to do and just write it like that. Gives yourself a little less to write down. And so, whether this is your first or 50th YouTube video of mine, it doesn't matter. Why don't you join me for a live class? That way you can ask questions, raise your score, and get the job you want for free. Again, I host classes once a week on Zoom, typically on Mondays. So go ahead and click the link up there, down here somewhere, register for free, and you get my free practice test that has video solutions so you can learn from every mistake. That's what it's all about here, my party people. I want to help you succeed, so don't hesitate. Sign up for free, and then let's get back to this problem here. Let's keep raising our scores. So 0 times 8, that's going to be 0. Then we have 0 times 6, or 0 times 6, excuse me. 0 times 6 again, that's going to be 0. 3 times 6, that'll be 18. So we'll carry the 1. 5 times 6, that'll be 30. Carry the 1, that's 31. And so there we have it. 31,800 grams. That's correct, right? No, can't forget, right? We have got to remember, hey, that decimal place, bring it back. We have nothing up top, but we have 1 on the bottom, so we'll bring 1 back. So there it is. We have ourselves 3,180 grams of flour already used. Boom. And before you go, if you like what you saw and you want to raise your score with thousands of practice problems just like that, so you can lower that test anxiety, raise that confidence, go to this link right here to check out the full program. There's a video that shows you exactly how it works, but you're going to get lessons, guided practice, worksheets, speed drills, and everything that you need to feel supported from day one all the way until you pass. Again, I'm Coach Anderson, and I'll see you soon.